Last year, during a job interview, I was asked if you could talk to any famous person, living or dead, who would it be? I answered right away, Walt Disney. I must have surprised my interviewer because he asked, why Walt Disney? My answer was simple. Walt put his heart and soul into everything he did. He didn't believe in limitations. At times, he risked everything he owned. And even when he succeeded, he never rested on his laurels. He kept pushing to be better. Though I didn't end up getting that job, my feelings about Walt Disney still stand. We can learn a number of life lessons from Walt. Though the name Walt Disney these days conjures up images of great success, a multi-billion-dollar industry of theme parks, movies, merchandise, and food products, most of Walt's life was actually spent struggling. Early in his career, on behalf of Universal Studios, Walt created Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which became wildly popular. It was only afterwards that Walt learned that Universal owned all the rights and he was entitled to no compensation. Later, after forming his own company, Walt began to work on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which had an original budget of $500,000, an incredible amount of money at a time when a typical 1930s cartoon was given a $10,000 budget. During filming, Walt was plagued with health and financial problems. The film ran massively over budget, and he required an additional $500,000 to finish filming. Yet despite all his failures, Walt continued on with his dreams. He's quoted as saying, "You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you." Disney learned from his mistakes and went on to try new things. But perhaps you don't know anything about Walt Disney himself. Perhaps you've never been to a Disney theme park. While Walt's very spirit lives in these places, you still haven't escaped his enduring lessons. Every Disney film, despite its cartoon appearance, imparts life lessons that can teach us all how to live better lives.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.
Yes, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
For some, even these earnest lessons are not good enough. But Walt Disney didn't build today's empire on endearing maxims alone. Walt was a smart and open-minded businessman. He didn't focus solely on the bottom line. He believed if you were doing what you loved, then you would do that thing well, and the money would follow on its own. One of Walt's mantras was that instead of trying to do one thing 100% better, you should do 100 things 1% better. Though the big things in business are important, it's the little things that make the experience memorable, like the towel origami left in my room at the resort, or the gluten-free cookies that they sell in the parks alongside the normal cookies, or the surprise fast passes you're sometimes given in the parks. Though these things mean little to the company in terms of profit, they serve to add an element of that Disney magic to my experience with the company that encourages me to keep going back time and time again. A smile, a quick recitation of "Have a magical day" doesn't take much time, but it serves to show that the company really cares about the customer's happiness. Walt was a visionary and a man whose life and business practices we can all learn from. Like Walt said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them.